Insane.
Can I help you?
I'm sorry, sir?
You have to wait outside.
Who are you?
Mike Palmentier, Dagover Township Police Department. You can't just
And
come
your
in
badge
here. You have
number?
to have an appointment. 15128.
Yeah, I did just come in here.
Okay, you have to wait outside, or you have to check in with the ladies up front. You just can't walk in here.
Why, this is a public building.
It's appointments only.
No, I don't need an appointment because I don't need any help with anything.
I know, you have to go outside.
Yeah, I don't need any help
Listen to
with
me, you're
anything.
trespassing. You have to go outside.
Can I speak to your supervisor?
Sure. Stand over here.
Sure, I'll stand over there.
Come on.
How you doing? Who are you, sir?
Who am I?
He's
Yeah.
my supervisor.
I'm Paul Weldon. Who are you?
My name's Sean. Can I get your badge number, sir?
I don't have a badge number.
Okay.
Like, you call for a car?
Serving R034 at 2.
I don't see what's the big deal here. Are you law enforcement or security, sir? Security?
Did you check in at the front door, or did you just walk by
no.
everybody at the front door?
Oh no, I didn't know.
walk right
I didn't
in?
know you had to check. It's a public building. I thought you could just walk in and.
Guys, did you just walk in? You didn't
Yeah, I just
talk to
walked
anybody at
in.
the front door?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's what I thought. The front door is out of control today.
R035 at 2.
R035
you gonna
en el mostrador.
Everybody does what they want.
Número 2.
So we're gonna wait for the law enforcement officer to come back.
She's the boss.
Hi, sir.
Hi, ma'am. How are you?
I know it's a public building, I get that, but because we're not allowed to have so many people in the building. So if you don't have an appointment, you need to leave. Are you here with
Are
somebody?
you above that? Are you above that limit of the people that you need to have in the building, ma'am?
What is your reason for being here?
Oh yeah, that would have been a great question for the officer to ask too.
So what's your reason?
My reason. Can I get your name first?
My name's Regina.
Regina, nice to meet you. My name's Sean. I'm an independent journalist. I'm just taking some pictures and videos.
Alright guys, right off the bat, we're looking at a bold claim, an unauthorized photography sign inside a public building. The tension sparks instantly as the auditor walks in, only to be stopped and told he needs an appointment. But here's the problem, this is a government-funded space. The question hits hard. Can public access really be restricted like this, or is this already crossing the line?
Video of the publicly accessible areas here.
You see the sign there, it says unauthorized photography or videography is not allowed. So we're just going to ask you to leave the light.
No. I understand. I see the sign. I would just say that sign is unconstitutional. This is a public building, like you
I'm
said.
not a lawyer, so I'm not
Yeah.
a lawyer, so just going to ask you to leave the building. You don't have an appointment, and we're by appointment.
But I'm not breaking any laws. This officer knows that if you're not breaking any laws and you're in a public building, that I have a right to access the building and I have a
We're
right
by
to look at.
appointment, though.
You don't have an
to
But
be-
I'm not making an appointment, ma'am. I don't need help. I just want to take some pictures and videos of these signs here.
you
I'm a
already
journalist
did that.
working on a story.
You already did that.
I didn't do that yet. He confronted me as soon as I walked in.
I have to ask you to leave.
Why don't you wait outside and I'll call Trenton and see what they say? Okay.
I've done many stories in Department of Motor Vehicles in New Jersey's
I'm not trying to argue with
I don't
you.
want to argue with you either, man.
What I'd like you-
Have I been reasonable?
What I'm saying to you,
Hi, sir.
You
Sir.
have to leave. Come on.
Okay. Are you threatening me under a threat of arrest that I have to leave?
You're trespassing because you don't have an appointment. You have to leave. You
I will leave. I'm just asking you. Are
have to
you?
leave right now. We'll
Okay.
talk about it outside.
Sure. We can talk about it outside. Are you supervisor, sir?
No, I'm just.
Oh, okay.
I'm here to
Gotcha. Do
figure out
you mind
what's
if I
going
get your name and badge number?
on. Sure, when we go outside. I'll give you everything you want to know.
Sure. Hey, sir. How are you? You a supervisor?
I'm not supervisor.
Where's the super?
Things escalate quickly as officials double down, insisting policies override access. The auditor, calm but firm, identifies himself as an independent journalist documenting public areas. But instead of clarity, he's met with resistance. They point to the sign, but he pushes back, calling it unconstitutional. Now we've got a classic clash. Policy versus rights, authority versus accountability, and nobody backing down.
Supervisor.
He's not here right now. Let's go talk outside.
Yeah, but we definitely need a supervisor here because
Why is that?
Because what you guys are doing right now is violating my rights. That's what we're doing. The same rights.
You don't have an appointment.
The
You don't
same
have
rights.
rights here unless
Hey,
you have
listen,
an
calm
appointment.
down, calm down. Take a breath. Take a breath.
Yelling.
De-escalation works wonders. Did you not take that training? Come on. It's not that big of a deal. Okay, so we can talk right here.
No, we're outside. You can't be in here. Outside. Thank you.
So what's Way too many people. What's the problem with people walking inside of a public building? If you you have to have an appointment.
What's the sign say?
Okay, you have to have an appointment.
Use your camera and scan that. What's that say?
Okay, don't tell me where to put my camera. I can read.
Okay.
Okay,
Apparently
except for
you
name
can't 'cause you
changes.
walked in.
What? Okay, it doesn't seem you need an appointment in order to be in the building, sir. Do you understand
by
that?
appointment
Does it
only.
say that? Let's see. Does it say that you need an appointment to be in the building? You need an appointment to conduct business. I am conducting a different sort of business. I'm doing an investigative journalism story
You need an
on
appointment for
the
that.
MVA.
You can't get it's not. It's
Where does it say?
MVC, not MVA.
MVC, excuse me. I'm doing an investigative journalism story
Okay.
in this public building. I don't
Well,
need
in
services.
the story, you can write that you have to have an appointment to get in the building.
That's not true because it even says here except for name changes, gender marker changes, and
Right.
probate.
Correct.
And okay,
But you have to tell the girls in the front if you're getting any of that stuff done.
this is a public building, sir. Where is the supervisor?
It's a quasi-public building.
How is it quasi?
It's actually a
Alright guys, now it gets serious. The word trespassing gets thrown around, fast and aggressive. But here's the twist. No crime has been committed, no disruption caused. Still, they demand he leave. The auditor challenges this directly, asking for a supervisor and questioning their authority. This is where it flips, from a simple interaction into a full-blown test of power and knowledge.
government.
Government building, government agency is a
Yes,
public
which
building,
means
sir.
then you need an appointment to gain access.
No, that's not what it says. You need an appointment to
Well,
get
we're
services.
clarifying
No.
for you.
You don't work for the you don't work for the MVA, sir.
I know.
You don't work for the MVA. Neither do you.
The same lady you just talked to, she said you can't be in there without.
You have no authority to trespass me from a public building when I'm not breaking any laws. I'm not disrupting business. I'm not doing anything.
Without an appointment.
I'm not getting services here. I'm
Right, so
I'm
you
working
can't
on
be
a story.
You can't be in without.
Sir, can I please speak? Can you call a supervisor, please? As I'm
I just
asking you
talked
to.
to the supervisor who
I'm
works
talking
at-
about law enforcement. You are threatening me with arrest to leave the
First of
building.
all, I never said you're under arrest.
You threatened
What
to
did I
arrest
say?
me.
I
You
just said
said
you have to leave the property.
or you'll be trespassing, which is a crime, correct?
No, I said you are trespassing.
It's the same thing. You're saying that
I
I'm
never said I
trespassing.
was going to arrest you. I said you
Oh,
were
come on.
trespassing.
Listen. That's ridiculous. I want to speak to a supervisor because what you're doing here
Sure.
is you need to understand is that you are violating my rights. You are the security guard inside. All the officers here are violating my rights. I have a right to be in this building.
You don't have the right to be without
Yes,
an
I
appointment.
do.
Security
I
guard
have a-
violating his rights.
yeah.
How did I violate your rights?
Huh?
How did I violate your rights?
You're a participant in all this, right?
Yeah.
Are you not?
I identified myself. That's about it.
Okay.
Figure it out.
Yeah. There you go. You just violated my rights.
What are you coming into the building for?
You wanted
You don't have
you
an
wanted
appointment?
to be part of it, didn't you,
Yeah,
buddy?
absolutely.
Right? So now holding
Make
the
me
door.
famous. Make
Now
me
holding
famous.
you're making
Do me-
yourself
make me famous.
famous.
Go ahead.
You're making yourself famous. I don't need to make you
The
famous.
office manager asked you to leave. That's all. That's all I told you.
I don't need to make you famous. You're making you all are writing the story for yourself. I'm trying to de-escalate the situation. Okay, and you're writing it.
Trying
You
to
said I violated
de-escalate
your
by
rights. That is-
pulling on the door, trying to get in.
What are you trying to get out of this?
I'm trying to
Absolutely not.
exercise. Please be quiet. I'm trying to exercise my rights that I have in this country.
Now we're outside, but the pressure doesn't drop, it builds. The debate shifts to appointments versus access. Officials claim you need permission just to enter, but the auditor dismantles that argument piece by piece. He makes it clear, services may require appointments, but entry into a public building? That's a different story. And now, frustration is clearly showing on both sides.
Peacefully. You, as a law enforcement officer,
Right.
took an oath to uphold those
Sir, we're
rights.
checking people in right now, and you're
To uphold
you gotta
those
let- you
rights.
gotta close
I'm going to hold the door. I'm going to hold the door open for
Absolutely
them.
not, because it gets too loud in here.
I'm going to hold the door open for them. Go ahead, ma'am. Oh, it's against the law to hold the door open?
No, thank
Listen,
you.
I
Thanks.
explained
We're going
to
to shut the door now. Seriously, we're going to shut the door because it gets
Is it
really
against
loud
the
in
law to hold the door open?
Because you're talking and they can't hear the people. Yes, it is.
No, it's not against the law. You're wrong.
Can you close the door, please?
You're wrong. You're
You're
wrong.
making this more difficult than it has to be.
I'm not breaking any laws, sir. You're law enforcement. I'm not breaking any laws. I'm holding. Yeah, somebody exercising their rights is a shit show, right? Come on, this is ridiculous. I want to take some pictures and videos inside of a public building. There's something wrong with that.
But I explained it to you. This isn't a public building for anybody to walk into. It's a government agency conducting government business. Yes, it is.
I'm not arguing whether it's government agency or not. Government agency is owned by who? The people, public.
Correct.
It's, okay.
Correct. And
Who
you're welcome
funds
to
it?
come in if
Who
you
funds
have
the
an
building?
because you are disrupting business.
No,
for
I'm
other
not. You
people.
are. You are. I wasn't disrupting business till you came up to me. There was nobody being disrupted in business. There was nothing. I'm taking pictures and video, working on my story as is afforded to me under the First Amendment of the United States Constitution, sir.
Correct.
If you were
Okay.
to make an appointment, you
I don't
can
need to
go
make
in
an appointment, sir. This is a public building.
You have to have an appointment.
I don't need I don't need an appointment to get in. I need an appointment for services. You don't even need an appointment for services. You can change your name. You can change your gender. Apparently, you can probation licenses.
But you're not doing any of that stuff.
But how would you know? How would you know if I'm doing any of that?
What you were doing in the building.
Exactly. I'm not doing any of those, and I'm not doing anything else that I would require an appointment. I'm taking pictures and video in a
That's not
public
a
space,
reason
which is
for
a
you to be
constitutionally
allowed into
protected
the building.
activity, sir. It's a constitutionally protected
That's not a
activity.
reason you're allowed to be in the building.
It's a constitutionally protected activity, sir.
Good.
And as a law enforcement officer, instead of trying to violate my rights and push back on my rights, you should be allowing me to do this because that's the oath that you took.
Did you call for? Yeah. Okay. Oh, well, listen. You wanted a supervisor? He's on his way.
Yeah, I hope he can explain everything to you guys because all you're doing, you're writing the story in the wrong way. You're writing the story. You guys write the story here. You're writing the story in the wrong way, and you're making your police department. Your police department is
Egg Harbor Township.
Egg Harbor Township. You're just casting a shadow on your police department.
You just can't record it. That's it.
No, he's not doing services. That's what he wants to do. That's what he's doing. He's recording.
Yeah.
It's the only reason why.
So you can be in there, you just can't record in there. It's posted, that's all.
What do you?
Alright guys, this is where the confrontation peaks. The auditor accuses them straight up, violating rights, ignoring the Constitution, and escalating without cause. Officers attempt to regain control, even restricting simple actions like holding a door open. The energy is intense, chaotic, and revealing. It's no longer about filming, it's about authority being challenged in real time.
Yeah, but that's not a law, sir. That's not a law. And it's a first of all, it's a policy that says you can't record in there. You're not policy enforcement. Respectfully, sir, I'm not trying to escalate the situation. You're not policy enforcement. You're law enforcement, and I'm telling you that under the First Amendment of the United States Constitution, I have the right to record in public spaces and hold my government accountable. It's holding my government accountable. That's it. And that's why I want to wait for a supervisor here, because at the end of the day, when people see this, they're going to see that the Egg Township. How did you guys violate our rights here today, or did you uphold our rights and uphold your oath that you took to the United States Constitution and defend it? Okay. It's not, you know, it's pretty black and white.
Good seeing you too. Bye-bye.
No reason for any of this. I could have got my pictures and video and I would have been on my way. Wasn't bothering anyone.
You did get your pictures and video.
I didn't. As soon as I walked in, you
walked
sir,
over
what are you
to the
doing?
front, to the back.
Like if I'm some type of terrorist or something. Like, calm down. There's no reason for that. Okay. You ran up on me. You need to leave. You're trespassing. What? Trespassing is a crime. When it comes from a law enforcement officer that's telling me I'm trespassing, you're threatening me with arrest. That's what you're doing.
I never threatened you with arrest.
When a law enforcement officer tells me that I'm trespassing, which is a crime, that's threatening me with arrest. Guess the MVA is, or MVC, excuse me, is some type of dangerous place where they need a law enforcement officer stationed at all times. And a security guard. Seems like overkill to me.
As long as you want, sir, you cannot video any transactions that are going on.
Ma'am, I'm not videoing any transactions. I agree with you. Okay, great. No problem. I'm not gonna video any transactions. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Great. Have a good day.
You too, ma'am. Thank you. I'm glad that you checked. I can record. It's my right. Hey, sir. Did you get educated today?
Have a good day.
You too, sir. Have a good one.
And finally, things begin to cool, but not without impact. The truth starts slipping through, recording in public areas is protected, and even officials begin adjusting their stance. The auditor stands firm till the end, making one thing crystal clear: this wasn't about causing trouble, it was about exercising rights. And whether you agree or not, this encounter exposes a serious gap between policy enforcement and constitutional law.